appreciate in the proclamation is more than we even expected. Much appreciation to everybody here who has a flag in their hands or in their heart, the Ukrainian flag and sunflowers, and just thoughts of support and actions of support. I wanted to add a couple of things briefly to Ruslana's speech. The genocide of Ukraine as a nation includes also Russia exterminating people who are not just Ukrainian by ethnicity, but also by language, or by culture, or by citizenship, and it includes people who are of German and Greek and Russian origin, Jewish, you name it, Romanian, people of all religions or no religions. Muslims are targeted as much as Christians and atheists. So this is a total war against a proud nation who dares to have its own identity and its own opinion, and is really striving to build a democratic system right next door to an autocracy that is really threatened by this. This is in addition to the resources we possess. So Russians wanted to turn Ukraine into a large concentration camp. Little did they know that not just the Ukrainian army and government, but the people in Ukraine, outside Ukraine, the Ukrainian diaspora, everybody as one stands and will keep standing against them. And the horrors that they're perpetrating, the atrocities, are revenge for people not just killing over and handing over their lands and identity. So places like Borodyanka and other towns and cities in Ukraine, now we've seen what happened in the north of Kiev. More horrors await discovery after we finally kick them out of southern Ukraine and the long suffering city of Mariupol, which is basically has been erased from the face of the earth, and there are still people trapped in there and without food and resources or communication. So all these cities need help. Everybody who helps them needs help. Therefore, we ask for your donations or spread the word. Thank you very much for that. I wanted to bring up the issue of refugees. I've read the new press releases from the various United States government agencies that deal with refugees and resettlement. And there is a lot being done. For example, people visiting from Ukraine who were here before March 1st are granted 18 months extension of their visas, which is great. Some people are getting work visas, which is also very much appreciated. Some students are getting special treatment. Some religious minorities can rely on special consideration in the processing of guest visas. But I also would really like to see a little bit more action on behalf of those who don't have any special status, except that they're from Ukraine and they have nowhere to go back right now. I mean, Ukraine is starting to rebuild already. I just watched news from Ukraine today. People are already cleaning up, demining, rebuilding, clearing up roads. So we're already doing that. I can't say no one, but most people don't want to come here and stay here. People want to go home. My parents are refusing to go anywhere too far from home. They're counting days until they can go back to Kiev. So I think that it would be only fair for the United States to do their part, follow the example of our amazing friends in Poland and Moldova and Romania and Lithuania and so on, and allow more people in on a temporary basis without having them go to Warsaw or Berlin or somewhere else and apply for visa and then wait for months and months for the interview to come up. And there's a very high chance of denial of this visa. Like I saw a number, can't prove it, but I did see a number of 40% of people are denied the US visa. I think it's unfair. I think that people who can prove that they have some kind of sponsorship here, I've talked to a lot of people who are very happy to open their houses or donate money, to families and people who need temporary refuge. And I would like to encourage everybody to contact your representatives and to follow this story. And please, let's get more Ukrainian refugees here. Let's make our own contribution. This is a very large country with lots of very kind and resourceful people. And if Poland can take 2.5 million people, then we can maybe take a few 100,000 and just give them temporary refuge. Thank you again for your support. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!
Слава Україні!